This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Glass. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, Glass. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Nick Perry able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
That's fine. Yeah. Next one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Zoom, zoom. Hey, Mike. Zoom, zoom.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it with the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Now Marshall. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. This is Marshall. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Glass, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Glass. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Glass going deep for Ditt. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 43 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glass. And Diggs has it. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And here's Marshall. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Glass. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Glass. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Linval Joseph continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Flushed out right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me. Well. Inside.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now a play fake here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go. Hey, 50. Check.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue, learn it.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run with Marshall. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw on second down. Glass. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Glass. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Gun! 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 Hey! Hey, got four. Got four down.
To throw on second down. Glass finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on first down. Glass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Glass. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Reset. Hey, easy.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake. Glass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Glass. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Glass. Left side caught by Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glass. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run to Glasgow, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it into Marshall. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Carlson is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you? And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, good move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. From midfield, here's Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Here we go. 3-19.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Minnesota, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.